I remind myself of like a fresh, juicy, crisp watermelon. Hey, welcome back. Today's video is going to be on my go-to summer makeup look. So if you don't know, hey, my name's Adrika. I upload 3 times a week on this YouTube channel on every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. So definitely tune in on those days if you want to see my face on your screen. So today I decided to do a more of a simplistic, beautiful, glowy, healthy, luminous, with a bright, punchy lip type of look. When I think of summer, this is really the look that comes to mind. Very skin-like finish to the face, very bright, open eyes, a natural looking kind of still structured brow, and a very bright, punchy lip. This is also great for the summer heat as it requires minimal face makeup, and that is really the first to go when there is a heat wave. The face makeup will start to break up, look very cakey and heavy so quickly. And of course, the oil will seep out of your pores and into the world. This is a hot mess. It's a hot mess waiting to happen. And this is the perfect look to combat that summer heat melted face. I am thinking of also doing a very sweat-proof glam makeup tutorial, so let me know in the comment section down below if that is something that you're interested in. All the products talked about in this video will be linked down below as usual. If you like anything that you see here, please subscribe to this channel, like, and comment down below what your summer makeup look is, and don't forget to hit the bell notification so you won't miss any of my uploads. So if you want to see my summer go-to makeup look, then just keep on watching. So since this is a very natural look, I can just start with the face. I don't gotta worry about eyeshadow fallout, things smudging onto my foundation, any of that. So we're just going to go on to the base. So I tried to keep this as a drugstore as possible. And as I say that, I'm pulling out like 2 different high-end primers. Now you don't need to be this high maintenance, but I like to be. I spent money on these products, I'm gonna get my use out of them. So first, I'm actually gonna be going in with the Becca First Light Priming Filter. This is not new on my channel. I've talked about this a bajillion, kabillion, trillion times. And this is just a very plumping and moisturizing primer. So I'm going to start off with 1 pump. And what this is going to do is just give a radiance to the skin as if it's just freshly moisturized. So more so than that highlighted, dewy, illuminated effect, this is just gonna give that really freshness. And honestly, what I'm trying to do in the summer is just be out the door and not have my face melt off and look disgusting. That's my pet peeve. Of just when my makeup looks so gross and heavy and it's breaking apart because of the sweat. That is one of my pet peeves about my makeup. So I will stick to a much lighter face when it's 100 degrees outside. So I don't know if you'll be able to notice, but I have this really nice, healthy glow to the skin. And you could even supplement that step with a really nice, glowy moisturizer. My moisturizer isn't very heavy on the skin and sinks right in, so it doesn't create this like top layer glow. So I like to achieve that with the primer. Now the next step is using this Becca Backlight Priming Filter. I know, I love my Becca primers, but the Backlight Priming Filter is just more of that actually illuminated effect. So I'm taking 1 pump, rubbing it in between my hands, and then applying this all over the skin. You can apply this more strategically if you don't want glow all over, but my skin does not get oily unless I have foundation on it, which is the oddest phenomena, but that is the reality of my situation. So I can really kind of go heavy on the glow products. I don't really mind my pores not being completely blurred or Catso, please don't. So I don't mind having my skin look like skin essentially. Pores, any texture, please. So this is a very healthy, dewy, glowy base, which is what we're going for today. So if you want more of a dewier, wet face, or if you have really dry skin, I recommend taking like a primer water or a very dewy face mist of any kind and just spritzing your face. This is enough for me, but at the end of my look, I will be spritzing a bit of this on the face. For this next step, you could go in with a CC cream, a BB cream, a tinted moisturizer, something very light on the skin, but I don't own any of those. I've been looking for maybe a good lighter coverage foundation or tinted moisturizer, so if you have any recommendations, please let me know in the description box. Not in the description box, let me know in the comment section. But today I will be going in with just a very nice concealer. So I'm gonna use the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Conceal and Contour. This has a great shade range. It is more dewy, a little bit more dewy than like a Tarte Shape Tape. I'm going for more of a glowy look. Obviously, luminescence is my goal today, but I still do want a bit of coverage, and this product is really easy to sheer out, especially with a sponge. So my shade is in the shade C6. This is not too brightening. It's actually quite close to my skin tone, which is what I prefer for my regular concealer anyway. So we're gonna start off with just a little bit underneath the eye, and I'm gonna use this to spot conceal my face. I'm not going to do a ton. Sometimes I don't even do this because honestly, I don't even bother most days to do all of this business. Face makeup is usually just a pain in the butt for me, so I'm doing this especially for you guys. So I'm going to sheer this product out with a sponge because this concealer can be medium to full coverage, and a sponge will just give me a more natural, pressed into the skin finish. So we're just going to take this all over. It's gonna pretty much become like a light layer of concealer everywhere, to be honest. I wasn't really pinpoint concealing. And this concealer is pretty budge proof, so the less powder I use, the better it'll be for the appearance of my skin. So you kind of want to use more of a satin finish, self-setting type of concealer. Tap it as close to the under eye as possible and drag it out. You really don't need much product. Less is really more, especially when it's melting off of your face. I'm gonna go in with some cream highlighter next. This is the color, did you hear that, cat? Annoying. Please! This is the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek Pearlized and Flexitarian. You can go in with a powder highlight if you like. I just like having more of like a cream base. I don't know why, it seems a little counterintuitive to have more cream products during the summer, but I feel like just with the sweat and the humidity, cream products just look best on the skin rather than just having piles and piles and piles of powder. So I am going to just take my finger right on in there, and I'm going to highlight for days. So right along the cheekbone, and especially because I don't have foundation, I can actually like swipe on the skin. I don't really care too much about disturbing any of the product that is underneath. And I am going to be taking a little bit on the temples, right above the brow, just to give me that extra bit of zing. My under eyes did crease, but we are not going to worry about that right now. Of course, I love having a sweaty looking nose, especially when I have no makeup on. I like the look of it. If you want a little bit more color to the face, you could go in with a powder bronzer, a cream bronzer, powder blush, cream blush, whatever that is to your liking. But I think my skin looks the best when it's just glowy highlight, in my opinion. So to set that little bit of concealer, I am going to take my Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. And I have a whole video on powders that don't look like powders. So that is the type of powder you really want for this look today. Nothing too dry. You need a very, very creamy powder. So I'm taking the absolute tiniest amount of product, and I'm really making sure to just press that little bit into the skin just to minimize the amount of powder on the skin. I need to like get rid of this mustache, okay? Don't judge me. I've been kind of very, very low maintenance the past few weeks, so this needs to go and my eyebrows need to also be done. To set that cream highlight, I am going to be taking this Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. This is amazing. So first off, I'm actually going to take a very big fluffy brush and dipping that into the product, I'm just kind of going to dust it all over the face. So focusing this really on like places I want more of a satiny sheen rather than high shine glossy highlights. Really the apples of the cheeks, I really love it when there's like this little bit of glow right there. And the nose, I want more of a satiny sheen. Upper lip, but I'm really just kind of going everywhere, to be honest with you. And then I'm going to take a more pinpointed brush and go over my cheekbones and all of that. Now I'm going to take more of a pinpointed fluffier brush. This is a Wet n Wild highlight brush. I don't know the name because it's not on here. And then we're just going to take a bit more of the product and kind of in circular motions buff the product into the skin so it doesn't look like it's sitting on top. There's no foundation for this to really melt into, so we need to make sure that it's really, really melted and one with the skin. Okay, so that's it for the face, really. That is all we're doing today. For the last step, I'm taking the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. So I'm just gonna give my face a little bit of a spritz to melt all of those powder products into the skin. Forgot how aggressive this can be. You wanna make sure you put that on before your mascara and all of that because all of the products on our face are very, very emollient and mascara will transfer. I have terrible experience with this and it will. That is the finished glowy face. Okay, let's move on to the brows. I practically never do my brows on camera, but for today, we're just gonna really do a very quick and easy natural brow. So I'm going to be kind of doing it opposite today. I'm taking my Essence Make Me Brow Eyebrow Mascara. If you ever check the description box of my videos, I use this every single day. So we're gonna start with her first. Just so we have to use less pencil. This will really give you the most natural effect just taking an eyebrow mascara through because it will add kind of fibers to your brows and it'll look more like hair and less like product in the brow. So I'm just combing that through. I like my brows to go more upwards and right to the tail. I like pulling it down to create more of a shape. So I will actually dip in for another coat because we're trying to use less pencil. So those are the brows with just the mascara. That could be fine if that's what you like. So for the pencil, I'm actually taking the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Retractable Brow Pencil. This is very, very easily accessible in drugstores. And it is a fatter pencil, which is why I like it for more of these natural days. I can do my eyebrows really, really, really quickly. So we're just gonna really focus on the tail of the brow. To be honest with you, I don't want too much at the front and just a little bit at the bottom right here. And right on this one, I'm just trying to even it out. The hairs are kind of missing on the top of the arch of this, so. And then I will take the other side to just blend it in a little bit. Now for the eyelids, we are going to start off with a little bit of primer. Only because, okay, I have really discolored eyelids. You can also go in with concealer. I just don't like to. I feel like it creases and is a little bit too emollient for my eyelid. So this is more of a drier primer, so I prefer this. And then I'm just gonna buff that in with a little Real Techniques brush. This is my regular process for eyeshadow. And we are going to leave it sticky and tacky. Don't set this at all. Because we are going to use very, very light eyeshadows. The palette we'll be using today is the Dream Street palette by Kathleen Lights. This is just a very affordable palette that is now available at Ulta too, and these are the colors that I love just slapping on my eyes on a very natural summer day. I'm going to be dipping into this shade with my very fluffy crease brush. We're going to just place that all over the crease area. And this is the only color we'll be using in the crease. We want a very light look today. If you have a deeper skin tone, I suggest you use the shade Potion right here, or even you can also use this color called Elfish. Any transition shade for this step will do. This color is just really, really flattering on my eye. We're gonna take this shade right here called Moony, and this is the perfect really high shine reflective satin. I'll show you guys right now in a second. And I'm going to apply this all over the lid. Like, look at that. Do you see that? It just has that tiny bit of reflectivity to it that it doesn't look just like a flat matte, but it just brightens up the eye in such a beautiful way. And we are also going to be taking that to the inner corner, of course. The whole point of this look is to just look very bright and awake and summery. Now, I prefer satin shades for this step because it can be a little bit more on the natural side, and it just kind of melts into the skin a little bit more than a high shine metallic all over the lid right now. You could if you wanted to, but this is just what I prefer to do. A little bit on the brow bone. I love highlighting just about any part of the face, to be honest with you. So how could I forget and neglect the brow bone? And now I'm gonna go back in with that shooting star shade and just deepen up the crease. It got a little bit blindsided by that moony shade, so we're just gonna bring her back. And now I'm just gonna apply a quick coat of waterproof mascara. It's summer, I need waterproof mascara regardless, but this will also hold my curl, make my eyelashes look really nice and long. Okay, so I've applied a coat of mascara to the bottom and top lashes, and now this is what the face looks like. So a really easy option would be to go for a nude glossy lip right now. If you are my skin tone or a little bit lighter maybe, a Moonchild lip gloss from ColourPop. This is completely rubbed off, I just realized. It had really cute writing on it, but it's completely rubbed off. This is the Kathleen Lights and ColourPop collaboration. This is a really pretty, more brownie neutral nude with some gold flecks in it. Or if you have darker skin, I recommend getting the e.l.f. and Alyssa Ashley lip gloss. This is in the shade Nude Rose. This is just actually very universal. If you are lighter and you want more of a deeper, rosier nude, you could also wear this. But for today, I'm going to do a very bright, summery, fun lip because that's what I've been really loving to pair with this very simplistic, minimalistic look. So I am going to be lining my lips. This is a discontinued Essence lip liner. So I always apply a lip liner with any bright lip color or even a nude lip color. I just like lip liner. The lip color I'll be using today is the Physicians Formula The Healthy Lip Velvet Finish liquid lipstick in the shade Tulip Treatment. And this is just a really beautiful strawberry kind of shade. It's not too red and it's not too pink. It's just, you see that? Just that perfect strawberry tone. So this is the lip right now. It's a very comfortable velvet finish. As it does say, this is not going to be very heavy, matte, liquid lipsticky. It's going to be definitely more of a matte, creamy, velvety finish. So this is the finished look. Just very simplistic, glowy, beautiful skin with a really bright, punchy lip. I remind myself of like a fresh, juicy, crisp watermelon. This is exactly the vibe that I'm going for, and I hope that is exactly what it came off as. So there will be more colorful, exciting makeup tutorials coming to this channel, so very much stay tuned for those. I am thinking of color combinations as we speak, and I have the vision in my head. I just need to get it down on film. All the products talked about in this video, everything that is on my face, will be listed description box down below, the usual. And if you liked anything that you saw here, please subscribe if you haven't already, and definitely like and comment down below what your go-to summer makeup look is. And don't forget to hit the bell notification so you won't miss any of my uploads. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks so much for watching. Bye!